Pighook the mother killer. Greetings, Zog Langhoyer and Mamser Ass Clowns across the Food and Zog Plains. Here in the open air, coast to coast nut house we call Zog Babylon, the third and final. But this show, as always, is aimed at the lost and the found sheep of the house of Israel. Ye chosen seed of Israel's race, ye who did hear Christ's call. This is the what? I think this is the 18th of, no, the 19th, I think. The 19th of October, 2022. I just seen my brother, Pighook the mother killer, drive by in, Mom's deathmobile. I guess he's gotten back from South Dakota here, from hiding out from the hippo here. So he's coming back, the worthless mother-killing bastard here. So in any case, he's probably going to stop and bother me here. No, he's driving slowly. Good Lord. He's too badass to walk very far. Anyway.
What you doing?
I'm being bothered by Pighook the mother killer. You just get home?
Yeah.
What happened?
You still got to get a lawyer to help you or not?
No. What I'm doing is I'm running for the United States Senate, and like I'm pretty well telling people that what Brian Rio did is that, guess what? You stupid bitch, Christy Noem, the rest of you people, all you lawyers and all you cops, what happens is that what you allowed Brian Rio to just simply, because the stupid bitch went ahead and gave my property to Brian Rio. Totally against the law. Totally against the law. Well, what happens, that means that there's no law protecting you from having your property taken. And more to the point, if I can go ahead and make you forcibly eat your spawn's testicles and sodomize your daughter with a broomstick, well, hey, there is no rule of law. Now, if you want to play that game, we'll play that game. Now, you're not going to like it here. What I really like is the way that things are falling apart. I really love the way things are falling apart. I
talked to said you need to get an attorney.
Who?
Everyone. Yep.
I know, everyone. What happens is that, shoot, you go ahead, pretty well what I tell these attorneys is that you should have gone ahead and put, because your entire means of life, you even being allowed to be attorney or a policeman here, it all depends on whether or not you get everybody to obey the law. If you can't obey the law, then why the hell should anybody else? Why the hell should anybody else obey the law?
You ain't going to get an attorney?
Well, no. What happens is that, shoot, I'm going to go ahead and get them to eat their spawn's nuts. That's better than an attorney.
You taping this?
Yes.
Where's it going to?
It's going to a series I call Mad Dog's Musings here on YouTube and on my web pages.
Sounds like you should have just stayed off them web pages.
See what happens. My brother, Pighook the mother killer.
Here, I'll talk to you later.
Are you gonna help me out? Give me any money? Gonna go ahead and pay my taxes? Nope. Nope, he ain't gonna do it. See what happens is here he goes, he kills his mother. He goes ahead and embezzles $250,000 to $300,000. And all he got is, you need to get a lawyer. You need to get a lawyer. He's gonna help. He's gonna steal from family. He's gonna kill family and steal from family. He sure as fuck isn't gonna help family. And guess what? The Zogland's filled with people just like my brother, Pighook the mother killer. That's the hellations up. See, the good thing is that, shoot, probably 90% of the population is going to go ahead and die in time ahead. And that's a good thing. because most of them like, you need to get a lawyer. That's what the assistant attorney general said. You need to get a lawyer. Need to get a lawyer because you are allowing Robert Conrad to go ahead and come up with this stupid horseshit. You're allowing Brian Rear, Red Wild. Look, folks, you don't need to have more nuclear protections. You need to make sure that crazed homosexual mongrels like Brian Rio don't run wild. Just sort of like talking to Bridget the Edge at Behan, the other day. Her little notion is that, guess what? I'm subject to Zog. I gotta go ahead and be polite to Brian Rio. No need to be polite. What happens is let's go ahead and decide. You're going to go ahead and take my property. You're going to go ahead and take my liberty. You're going to go ahead and take my life. Well, good. I'm going to go ahead and be working on taking your life, your property, your liberty, and that of your children. There's not going to be anything left after we get done fighting with each other. That's why I go ahead and seen Bubbles the pool boy, Marco Rubio, and after Parkland, he said, we're going to go ahead and keep 18-year-olds from buying a gun. Well, why would you want to do that? What happened to the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed here? And folks, there's more and more people buying weapons because they realize that the corrupt government, the corrupt, stupid government isn't able to protect them. Isn't able to protect them at all. Heck, what do you think? What do you think I'm going to go ahead and use to force lawyers and judges and all that to eat their spawns nuts? You think they're going to go ahead and just munch down on their own? Hell no. What you're doing is you're just simply using that stuff. So Pig will come back, you got to immediately see me, you have the same stupid shit. Why don't you get a lawyer? Folks, I refuse to get a lawyer. See, that's what the hell you don't argue in the back here. What happens? You need to get a lawyer. Well, guess what? If you're a lawyer, you're a criminal. You're a parasite. What you did is that you took a social order. You took a social order, which pretty well depends upon the interaction of a related people together, in some sort of agreement. Some sort of agreement. Hey, this was good for you, this was good for me, fine. We can go ahead and we can produce, rutabagas or electricity or gallons of gasoline or loaves of bread or whatever, without any, and the only regulation is to make sure that some of the very worst ones does, but you need to have a lawyer. Oh, I know, we have to have a lawyer tax. Brian Rio, well, hey, he didn't work out very well as a nuclear power plant worker, but guess what? He became a lawyer. And then he got to go ahead and write his little notions. And so he got other little lawyers because here he is working as a federal agent provocateur. Look, Zog, you making the assumption here is that, as a bunch of parasites, you got there, and, it was your great works which got you there here. Now you're working because people just don't trust you no more. People don't think that you know anything about what you're doing. No, the thing about it is that, look, if you're a lawyer, really, when it comes down to it, the only lawyers that should be allowed is for those who go ahead and work for the government, who go ahead and work for a military dictatorship. And the only question, really, regarding justice is whether you did or not. Now, most of the time, I don't really care, for such a super right-wing individual, I don't really care what you do most of the time. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I don't really, sort of like Brian Rio. Here he is. He's a crazy homosexual mongrel who wants to support, a Jersey City pig named Bale Bank here, who murdered a Puerto Rican sneak thief, and then, induced another pig to do it. And then they got away with it in New Jersey, but they got, the people involved got annoyed, so here they are. He went ahead and snitched on his fellow pig named Doomers, and then ruined his appeal, and then here he is in administrative segregation, so he learns a little bit about Greek, and they get someone like the Sicilian Jew mongrel Clifton Emma Heiser, who claims to be a Compere scholar. He hates Compere. Hates what was called premillennialism, which is what dual seedline Christian identity is. It's premillennialist. You can't be, but no, we're going to be instead of preterist here, we're going to be a historicist. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and make up, zogs and fractured history here. So, and so then they go ahead and bring it in. They get in League of the South here, and you end up having all these Zogbots come in, all the, on what? Internet 2.0, to come up with the alt-right here, or white nationalist 2.0. No, what it is, all this so-called white nationalism is just simply a bunch of Zogbots. Just a bunch of Zogbots like Greg Johnson and, heaven knows. And now, guess what? I'm going ahead, but anyway, here they are. And so they're put in as our leaders here. But then again, you point out, there's that Brian Reel. He's been playing at being a white supremacist, at least since he was 16 in 2002. And why was he allowed to go ahead and file all these lawsuits of defamation for me calling him a crazed homosexual mongrel? Why is it disallowed for me to go ahead, bridge the edge at me, and why is it disallowed for me to go ahead and say, hey, this is an agent provocateur here? See, it's sort of like the Soviet Union here. Guess what? You go ahead and take the property, the liberty, the life from ordinary white people. Well, I'm not ordinary, but from essentially white people. Just go ahead and take their property. Well, guess what? The Wiggers, the regime Wiggers. When the times come, why? Hey, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing. I'm not going to get the truth out of you. I will when I'm torturing you, and I'm pretty well saying him. So look, going ahead, you gotta eat your response nuts. You gotta go ahead and sodomize your daughter. With a broom handle. We'll take a DNA and make sure that whether or not your eunuch sons, or daughters are even allowed to live, they're even salvageable here. Your eunuch sons can serve pretty well a white supremacist, warlord, see, as little Daniels here. Daniel was used here. Daniel was, a very intelligent person here. And he didn't hold anything against Nebuchadnezzar for having his nuts cut. Now did he here? I'm going to go ahead and turn your spawn into, if they're good little Daniels here, they can live their lives out, but that's the end. That's the end of your bloodline here. Not that it matters. Most of you want to abort it anyway. So what difference does it make here? So, in any case, so here's all gives here. Things falling apart. It's about to turn cold. Now it's going to warm up a little bit. But no. There's nothing wrong. If someone is a judge, you assume he is a criminal because he's a lawyer. He went ahead and he got something here. That the ordinary people don't have, and that as a lawyer, he's just simply a predator and a parasite. So why should you go ahead and expect good works from a predator and a parasite? The answer you shouldn't. Not at all. That's all they are, is just simply out to oppress people here. You know, first of all by taking their stuff, and then by taking their life here. You know, and so that's, you know, that's what we have. That's what we have. It's just a bunch of thieves and parasites here on a decaying system here. Gotta go ahead and look at Senile Joe. And what he is, he's pumped out most of the strategic petroleum reserve. Oh, I'm going to put it back. Well, no, you're not going to put it back. You know, you're not going to be able to go ahead and buy it. If you do put it back, it'll be a super expensive price here. You're just pumping it because it's just 20 days to selection, and you're just, you know, I mean, Senile Joe is sort of like a 90-year-old kitten that you caught, you know, essentially a parasitic, you know, little predator, senile kitten here. You know, Senile Joe is, he's just like a senile kitten here that you have in, you have in a trap here, and you caught in a live trap. Okay, what are we gonna do, you Senile Joe, you worthless piece of shit? Oh, I know. Yeah, could go ahead and make you suffer here. You know, for all your crooked shit here, and your whole worthless family shit, and the rest, you know, Nancy's and Chuckles, and the rest of the, you know, shit. And I sort of laughed at the January 6th Saturday Night Live, you know, thing, to where, you know, you end up having all these idiots going ahead and bitching about Trump here. You know what I mean? Trump, you know, let me see, you know, Trump is a crook. You know what I mean? Trump is a buffoon. Trump is a wrecking ball. I admit the whole lot of men here. Of course, he's a total what? Demigod compared to an evil, vicious, vinegary bitch like Hillary. But here, Senile Joe, you're 90 here. Well, guess what here? You know, you're 90-year-old senile kitten here. Senile kitten. You know, go ahead and just throw it into a bucket, you know, a barrel of rainwater, and see how. Oh! That's what the goofy bastard is. He just goes ahead and insists. You know, go ahead and take it. That vaccine will keep you from getting COVID and keep you from spreading it here to, you know, to your mother here. I mean, you know, silly old bastard. It just depends on who winds up on that silly old bastard here. Now, you know, I'm not going to talk about how he got selected here. I've already got a strike for, you know, 2020 selection. You know, selection denialism here. And so I'm not into denialism. I'm a 2020 selection agnostic. But I mean, it really doesn't really matter here. Doesn't really matter. I'm sure that old Eric Schmidt's going to go ahead and win. And you know, there is a worthless bastard for you. I mean, hell, him and Joshua Hawley, the meerkat, Jackrabbit meerkat, went ahead and here I am suing 3 times. Sunshine Act Enforcement. Go ahead, make Fat Lana and Crooked Ira and T Rampage Gamble go ahead and just simply give me the notices here. You know, the public notices. But no, they're going to do. They're going to go ahead and teach me to go ahead and beg for public information. You know, and guess what? They end up getting this Jew lawyer named Brian Todd Goldstein to go ahead and have Charles Curlis go ahead and give an illegal $4,000 sanction here to pay for their law fees. That wasn't right, Pierre. No, that wasn't what the law said. The law said is that you ask here, you have a maximum of 72 days, but there's nothing wrong with you just simply, you know, just like I asked here, just simply give me that public notice on the bulletin board. You know, here's a dime. You know, make a copy, give it to me. Can they do that? No, can't do that. And so, You know, when I had money, I used to go in and look for stuff here. You know, go ahead. You know, just sort of like Pighook the mother killer. Are you going to help me pay my taxes this year? Are you going to help me pay my taxes? No, he's just, you know, what happens, don't cost him nothing here. Well, guess what? I stole what, $250,000, $300,000 here, but I'm not going to go ahead and give you, $1,000 or $1,200 or whatever dollars, so you can go ahead and pay your property taxes. I'm not going to do that. See, he left here. He has no intention of doing anything here. No intention of doing anything for me. So anyway, that is the situation. You know, that is the situation here. It's just the same here. He just came in here. You know, I mean, that's all he's going to go ahead and say. He's not going to help me on bed. You know what I mean? He's just going to go ahead. Oh, you know, go ahead and beg. Go ahead and beg. Talk to me here. I go ahead and give you. I go ahead and give you $10. I go ahead and give you $10. I mean, a super fraction here. Piece of shit like my brother. Piece of shit like my brother. As I look at it, he can't croak fast enough. He can't croak fast enough. I mean, hell, you know, he killed his mother and, you know, shoot. Hates his sister and his older brother and his dad. You know, well, a creature like that just lives out only for themselves. So you go ahead and hope. You sort of hope that their time on this earth will be cut short. And they'll have a long period of hell here. But as far as that here, you know, why should you vote for me? Well, because you hate and despise the idiots who are running you now. How's that here? You know, I don't like you that much either, bad dog. Well, okay. But, you know, guess what here? You know, make it to where, hey, you know, well, in South Dakota and Ohio or whatever here, I mean, I've been working on Chernobylizing North Perry Nuclear Power Plant. I mean, really, things are not going to improve until, guess what? Oh, you know, pretty well Northeast Ohio learns that having a, quote, Republican form of government, allowing lawyers and judges and cops to run wild, they're not able to solve anything. They're just simply have thermonuclear war. And as far as South Dakota here, well, you know, most of the, you know, pretty well the judges and lawyers and the rest there, I mean, they got to eat their spawns nuts. They got to go ahead and live. They got to live in misery and poverty. They really do. To where, guess what? They're going to have to go ahead and work for themselves. And they don't go ahead and give. They don't go ahead and give someone else's property, you know, to suit because they're politically correct here. Someone like Robert Conrad. His entire family ought to be put to death, and his entire family. See, they went after my sister. Bridget the Idiot should have just simply, okay, well, you're saying that there's illegal transfer. Guess what? She's willing to go ahead and quit claim it over to back to her brother, so it becomes a moot point. Let her go ahead and do so. And then, we'll give it to Brian Rio after that. And essentially, what happens is the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals doesn't know what to do. Because what they've done is that they have signed the death warrant for their entire circuit. You know, pretty well the Rust Bucket here, or belt here has, you know, a whole bunch of nuclear power plants here. And they have hostility to rural Southerners. You know, they had hostility to rural Southerners, but they didn't go ahead, just like my brother didn't make his hostility known until he got power and was able to go ahead and steal everything. You know, same way with those areas here. They hate us rural white men. They didn't dare show their hostility until such time as that they thought they were in power. Same way with the Ukrainians here. oh, we'll get along with you. Well, guess what? They have a color revolution, and they're starting killing people in the Donbass and the rest here, and they want to leave, and here's Zog doing it. The war's not going too well. So guess what? What I support is there's no fixing things out until the population is reduced by at least 90%. And then what's left are, people like me who really are content here living on what we have. Not work any harder than what we have to. Making sure that, we go ahead and fix. We go ahead and fix our world. We go ahead and fix our families. We go ahead and fix what is wrong with the underlying social, order. And with 10% of the population have a series of what I call the 10,000 warlords here. But guess what? You end up having these so-called white nationalists, I call them wigger whimpers, be they the Z-Mamser, Big Grits Grinder Greggy, Johnson, Cut Hair Walrus, whatever. They're wigger whimpers. They don't have a solution, because the solution inevitably goes ahead and it leads through the Great Tribulation and the Second Civil War. And to someone like me, the Great Tribulation means that Jesus Christ returns and sets things to order. And pretty well that's what I stand for. But, ordinary white people like me here, yeah, you should go ahead and write me in, because, well, at least I'm one of you. I do feel for you. So anyway, this is Pastor Mark Lindstead. It's getting dark. I'm going to go ahead. I went ahead and started early. So, you go ahead and send some Zog bucks if you would, because my brother, Pighook the Mother Killer, isn't going to help me out one bit. Not going to help me out one bit. So, talk to you later, and until later, hail victory.